Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another YouTube video of us. Today it's going to be a little bit of a different video here on our mobility and strength channel. Of course, it has to do with both mobility and strength, but it's not that we're going to dive deeper into how you can fix and improve your health and strength of a certain joint, but more specifically about one exercise. And it's going to be a series of videos going through old-time strongman exercises that are so long forgotten in the training world, in the fitness world nowadays, but they're providing so much great things for us. And that is so sad because they are forgotten, but they're combining strength and mobility so well that it would be a shame to not talk about them and not like reviving them from their forgotten shelf. Okay, so it's gonna be the bent press. And before we go into the full bent press, and we're gonna start with a scaled down version, the seated bent press. So before going into the bent press itself, because it's a very technical, demanding exercise, we're gonna show you the exercise that helps you to develop and progress to the conventional bent press or from a standing position. So I'm gonna have here a 20 kilo kettlebell. You can also do that with a dumbbell, or I love it also with an axle bar or a barbell, okay? But with a dumbbell or a kettlebell, it's way easier because the lever is not so long and it's not that sketchy of a feeling, okay? So for the seated bent press, in best case, have a bench or an elevation where you have your knees and hips on one height. So the higher your hips are, the harder it will get to rotate and bend down, okay? So choose a good height here. So grip your kettlebell from here, and we're gonna split the seated bent press and the bent press itself into several of parts. Part one is the rotation. So in this seated position, we first trying to rotate our trunk as much as we can. So if you have the kettlebell in the right hand here, we're gonna rotate here with our left shoulder forward. From here, in general, the bent press is not so much about pressing out of your shoulder like one is used to when you think about normal strict shoulder press with a barbell or with dumbbells. It's more of thinking about extending the elbow and simultaneously go down with your trunk with that rotation. Okay, so especially look at the height where the kettlebell travels. It doesn't travel like up like this. It stays roughly at the same height at this starting position. So that is key, and that is so important. Why I like also to use a heavier weight than a lighter weight, because the heavier weight really pushes me down and helps me to go and sink deeper under the weight itself, and then I only have to extend my elbow. So that's a cool trick. A lot of people maybe don't know. Use a challenging weight is probably, or using a challenging weight is probably easier than not using a challenging weight and maybe have fear. Of course, in the beginning, try it with a lighter weight and get used to the technique, and then maybe challenge yourself from time to time, and especially if you're warmed up. So from that first part, from that rotation, we're going down. So we're holding that rotation, and then you can help yourself with your elbow on your thigh, on the front of your quad, and sinking down even deeper. You're really squeezing and pressing with the left elbow now into your leg and sinking deeper and deeper. I'm not extending yet my elbow. Slowly my elbow comes. I'm extending, and I'm still sinking down. From this position, with a straight elbow, you can come up. So we have the first part, the rotation, then the trunk rotates down, and then the third part is extending at the elbow, sinking down deeper, then stabilizing, and then going up. So the beauty of this exercise is we work on shoulder mobility, we work on scapula and shoulder stability. We also work, of course, on that shoulder strength, tricep strength. We work on opening up the side that elongates, right? So we open up the quadratus lumborum, the side obliques. We work on spinal rotation. Then we're also going to strengthen here the shortening side of the side obliques and the quadratus lumborum. And then we maintain that rotation and going up. So a lot of good things happen here in this exercise if you compare it to a very strict and linear training style that we used to, or that we also learn as a trainer nowadays when we do our apprenticeship as a fitness trainer in a normal gym. We only learn these linear movements now on the machines or with like strict presses, squats, and lunges. Everything happens in front of our body and pushes, and nothing happens anymore like with rotation and like dangerous, the now associated dangerous exercises or dangerous position for the bodies. Of course, if the body is not prepared for it, that's why we highly recommend you always work on your mobility first. Do you have sufficient external rotation here in your shoulder to even do that movement? But if you feel ready and if you feel fit and if you have the prerequisites for the exercises, really try these old-time strongman exercises, these forgotten exercises out, and start with this one if you had to choose. So we'll just build that in, tried it out. I recommend it training at least 2 to 3 times. Start with a lighter weight and then challenge yourself with a heavier weight at the end. I hope you like to see cutting this exercise, this quite challenging exercise, into pieces, into 3 pieces, before we then in the next video show you the progression then for the standing version, for the standing bent press, also maybe with an axle bar. So guys, don't forget to hit that like button or subscribe to our channel if you like this video and if you want to see more videos about mobility or strength training. We appreciate your support, and we see you guys in the next one.